What? Don't judge me. I gotta keep my trigger finger clean. I'm not gonna be sucking away on this the whole video. Delicious Danger 5 for 1 here. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're gonna be talking about gun safety. How to be safe with your guns. How to look like you know what you're doing. Now you're probably wondering, where do I get my credentials? Am I a part of the US military? No. Am I law enforcement? No. Did I play a lot of Call of Duty growing up? No. To make a long story short and to keep details brief, because I don't know how much information I can disclose at this time, when I was under the age of 5, someone in my household left a firearm loaded on a bed. Didn't know that I was walking about the house looking for something fun to do. And oh, you betcha I found something fun to do. What I thought was a squirt gun ended up being a SIG. And the next thing I knew, I was in the hospital. Now, granted, I'm okay. And I have almost no memory of this whatsoever. I have all my fingers and toes and everybody in the house was okay, but the situation could have been a lot worse. I did F up my index finger on my left hand a little bit, but all it did was make my fingernail grow out a little funny. But a small scar to remind me of gun safety and how important it is. That's why today we're gonna be going over how to look like you know what you're doing when handling a firearm. The points I'm gonna go over today don't just apply to someone who's a new firearm owner. These apply to anyone and everyone who owns a firearm. So this could be new to you, or this could be a refresher course. Either way, thanks for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like. Maybe even leave a comment down below. Tell me where you're viewing from. I'd love to hear where my viewers are at. Now that we got those formalities out of the way, let's get on into it. Number 1, discipline. Discipline is a win. All the points we're about to go over, work on them often, daily if you can, because your safety and those around you's safety should be number 1 priority for you. When I say discipline is a win, I mean you need to be a professional and disciplined at these safety measures. When you reach down to pick up your gun, the first notion should be straight trigger finger and never point it in a direction that is unsafe. Before we start, I want to show that this gun is indeed empty. I did a visual inspection and a physical inspection. For this video, I have no reason to use the magazine, so we're just gonna set it over here. Gun safety. And as I've already mentioned, number 2, straight trigger finger. Always. Never put your finger on the trigger until you are ready to fire. That is where accidents happen the most. Gun safety. Number 3, safe direction. Always make sure you're keeping your gun in a safe direction. Famous gun YouTuber Warrior Poet Society said it best in his gun safety video, I think like 7 years ago, maybe 4. Don't quote me on that. He talked about when using a gun, pretend that there's a laser in your barrel. And if you ever swipe that laser across, let's say your hand, your leg, your foot, your friend, that laser swipes across one of those things, then you're pointing that gun in an unsafe area. I always recommend keeping it down to the ground or in a pointed position away from feet or anything you don't want to harm or kill. Gun safety. Number 4, keep it unloaded until you're ready to shoot. It's pretty simple, especially if you're not concealed carrying. Don't travel with a loaded weapon. Most gun ranges don't even allow you to load the weapon until you're up at the shooting post ready to shoot. Gun safety. That leads us into number 5, treat every gun like it's loaded. From any firearms instructor I've ever talked to or worked with, that phrase is said the most. Treat every gun like it is loaded. Always. What that means is what we've already talked about. 1, don't ever put your finger on that trigger unless you're ready to fire. 2, keep it away from things. Don't point it at things that you don't want to shoot at. 3, don't make any jokes. Don't try and be funny. When it comes to guns, be serious and safe always. I know this video is for me because that's something I need to work on more than anyone. Gun safety. Number 6, know your target and beyond. You need to know what you're shooting, how close you're shooting it, what kind of ricochet could come back and hit you or someone else around you. You need to know if anybody's ever downrange or near the area that you are shooting, and always you need to know what's beyond your targets. Don't be a dummy. Keep your eyes open. Anytime I'm getting ready to shoot, even if I'm by myself, I always just naturally say the word shooting. It's a good muscle memory that I've developed to help those around me know, hey, I'm getting ready to pull the trigger. Anytime I'm getting ready to shoot an explosive target or any type of tannerite or anything that blows up, I always yell, fire in the hole, 3 times as loud as I can, so anybody in the area that I may not know is there will know and hopefully say something. It's a healthy practice. Gun safety. And number 7, and our last point for this video, I feel like this point isn't talked about enough in gun safety videos, so it's the main reason why I made this video. Don't shoot anybody. Look, I own a bunch of guns. I conceal carry every day. I have a mindset that if I have to shoot someone to save my life or a loved one's life, then I'll do that. But I don't want to. I have no desire to shoot anyone. I'm a problem solver. I don't like conflicts. I definitely don't like paperwork. The last thing I want is to be locked up because I shot someone in an unjust manner, especially with screwed up laws nowadays, and then my kids have to be raised without a father. I don't want that. If you ever do have to shoot someone, I hope and pray that you have probable cause, and I hope that your life was at threat. I wish you and your family the best. Thank you so much for watching. Remember rule number 1, discipline is a win. Practice every day, make sure you're getting better every day. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. If you really like this hat and you want to get yourself one, go ahead and follow Marshall's Law on Instagram and go ahead and order yourself one. He's got stickers, hats, beanies, and so much more. Thanks for watching.